All right. So this is gonna be an interview slash discussion on civil liberties
Okay.
and what they mean for you and basically American culture. So the first question is, do you know what your civil liberties are?
Hmm. Well, I guess I feel like I know that in general, civil liberties are things like your rights or to freedoms, but I don't know that I could say what my specific civil liberties are.
Your civil liberties, an easy way to explain it, is mostly it's the Bill of Rights. So it's freedom of speech, freedom of religion, right to bear arms, and actually in the Bill of Rights, it's all about your freedoms. But most of the Bill of Rights is like the freedoms that someone accused of a crime has or criminals have
Okay.
in court and whatnot. So those are basically your civil liberties. Um, and like, do you think the Bill of Rights is fair? Do you think it covers enough subjects? Like, or do you think that personally you or America needs more liberties to have like more rights?
Without having them specifically in front of me,
Mm-hmm.
I would say I think it probably covers the basics. Yeah.
Yeah, which it does. I mean, that's why they have new amendments and stuff like that to
Right.
secure freedoms. Um, so kind of diving into a debated question, what is your stand on abortion?
Um, I don't advocate one way or the other in terms of what I think in from a moral standpoint, but I do think that a woman has a right to choose, and I think that that's a liberty that we should have.
Mm-hmm. And have you ever heard of the Human Heartbeat Protection Act?
No.
It is an act passed by Arkansas, basically saying so. Abortion is how it is now is through the first trimester. It is completely legal. Any woman can go get an abortion in the 1st trimester. In the second trimester, the state can set laws
Right.
against it, like saying it would pass a certain point in the trimester.
And in Arkansas, they did 12 weeks.
Yeah, and so the third trimester, states can forbid it completely.
Okay.
So yeah, in Arkansas, they said the first 12 weeks, like, is the only time you can get it, and so it is unconstitutional, but congressmen are passing it, and mostly passing it for really two reasons. One is to get their name out there that they passed it, get a little publicity, and two, because the people in their district could agree on it. And so if they want to get reelected, they don't want to, especially on a subject like abortion, it's so just so debated that they're going to have to go with their district because otherwise they won't get reelected, which is what they really worry about. And then, like, what is your kind of, not really the same thing here, but what is your opinion on, like, public assemblies with groups? So, like, it is in the Constitution that that groups have the right to assemble, but in one case, the American Nazi Party had a march in Stokey outside of Chicago, which is a high populated Jewish area, and the city of Stokey turned down the right to have an assembly there, and they took it to the Constitution, and they said, like, even though the Supreme Court, they take it to the Constitution, they took it to the Supreme Court, probably didn't like saying that they have to be allowed to, they have the right to pray, but they did because that is their civil liberty, is the right to assemble. So what do you think about that type of stuff?
This is a harder one, I think, because, like, if you just look at it generically, you could say, of course we have the right to assemble. But I think it's hard when there are some cases that are pretty extreme, like that Westboro Baptist Church, where they go and they protest against our soldiers coming back from the wars. I don't see where that's a good thing. So I think it's a little bit difficult. I would say that what I would like to believe is that we can trust our courts to make a decision that says, for the most part, it's okay, but there might be some that are extreme.
All right.
Like the Westboro Baptist Church wanted to protest at the Newtown, Connecticut shooting.
Yeah.
And I didn't think that was right.
Okay. And real quick here, what is your stand on public schools in the country? So not private religious schools, but public schools conducting some sort of, like, it is legal for students to conduct prayers on campus of a public school, but for faculty faculty, it is illegal. And even in Alabama,
Hmm.
three different schools had 1 minute periods of silence where like kids could do like pray for their religion. So what is your opinion on those?
I would say that I don't think there should be any kind of organized or forced prayer in the public schools. But if there's a prayer group that wants to get together,
Mhm.
and it's a volunteer thing and it's within the public school realm and in a room in the school,
And even the teacher that will, if it's a group with the school, a teacher would have to be the faculty member of that group. So do you think that that teacher should also be allowed to conduct that if it's their group that they signed up to do that for?
um, I guess as long as it's not during regular school hours and it feels like it's kind of almost like an extracurricular thing and it's totally volunteer, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
All right. Well, thank you for your time here. I think you did a good job.
Thank you.